If we talk about getting sick, not even one person in this place can say, I want to make a decision to be sick. Being sick cannot be really a choice which a person can make. But remaining sick can be a choice.
Oh yes.
Okay. Look at this. Already we have examples of people that got healed yesterday of sickness that were beyond repair. You could see a man staggering, being carried by 2 or 3 people. When they realized that the service was almost ending, before I had prayed for them, they said, no, we shall not wait for this omnipresent God who seemed not to be present every time. They were over there and they started carrying their sick people, bringing them here before they were even invited. They were observing how the service was going on, and they could almost tell that this man is about to walk out. And they made a decision which had nothing to do with sickness but something to do with healing. I don't know if I can explain this. And then they brought their sick people as a result of a choice. And can you see that the people that were healed were never the people that were absent? Which means even before they got healed, they were supposed to make a decision to attend. And there is somebody out there around South Africa with a lesser disease that could have been dealt with, which is going to kill him. But simply because his choice was wrong, he never decided to attend. He would die not because he has decided to die, but because he has not decided to live. I don't know if I'm talking to somebody who can really understand. You see, you cannot decide to be sick, but you can almost decide to remain sick. Before we talk about poverty, because if you say people can choose to be poor, it will be like an insult. But once again, you can choose to remain poor. It's a decision. Why do you think that we have schools? Is it not a decision to run away from poverty? It's a deliberate decision. Schools are meant for that, for people that are deciding to run away from lack. I strongly believe that we have a choice to make. But what is critical to me in this particular passage is that Jacob never advised his wives to follow him. He simply marketed his God. And he said to them, you ladies, you have seen what my God can do. And they said, with what we have seen, consider us in. You go down through the entire verses of that same chapter, chapter number 31. You get to a place where something terrible happened as they were moving from Laban's place to Isaac's place. If you get this part, then you'll be excited. Laban, when he came back and then he realized that everything that once belonged to him was taken away by Jacob, all in the name of a blessing. He comes here, he takes away everything, and he claims he's doing that because he's blessed. What kind of a blessing is this? And Laban said, I will pursue you. I will come after you. I will follow you. And then he followed after Jacob. Not only because something wrong was done, but follow this. A sizable amount of cattle was missing. chickens were taken away. Even some of the eggs were missing. This guy had carried almost everything. And then he said, okay, that's okay. Okay, that's okay. Let me just wait for the next season. I know. And then he went into the church because he was away for about 3 days where he had gone to shave his sheep and so on. So he's coming back to realize that everything was taken away. And he said, anyway, that's okay. So let me get into the church and just do some few prayers. And then he realized that even his God was missing, was taken away. It's a very interesting story. And then when he realized that his God was stolen, he said, I will have to pursue and recover my God. He is serving a God that he has to recover at some point. And he's pursuing after Jacob because an idol was carried away by one of his daughters by the name Rachel. And he pursued, and the Bible actually confirms that this man was so furious. He was angry. He wanted to eat him up. He said, if I find him, I'm going to cook him. I'll put him in the pot. He was so angry. And he said, as he was pursuing, he came to a place called Gilead. And because the day was far spent, he had to sleep in that particular place. And the Bible tells me that the God of the heavens visited Laban and spoke to him and said to him, if you meet my guy, Jacob, be very careful. I will mess you up. Make sure you watch what you say to him, because he is fully and comprehensively insured. He is covered. You don't touch what belongs to me. Don't you want to serve such a God who can give warnings to your wishes? You cannot decide to be sick, but you can almost decide to remain sick. Before we talk about poverty, because if you say people can choose to be poor, it will be like an insult. But once again, you can choose